There are so many risks that can derail your retirement income. We'll be talking about 3 of them in this video. And heads up, market fluctuations or market performance is not one of them. The very first one I want to talk about is basically health. Yes, that's basically a risk because we never know. We will be right now in good health, but being in retirement and counting for 30 years of retirement, we should encounter or we should prepare ourselves for the fact that we could become ill. And depending the severity of it, it can truly deplete our savings and investments in that sense. So when planning for retirement, it will be good to assess your family history to see if you've had longevity in your family for one. The longer we have people living, their parents are living, you can also expect that per se on your side and to factor that in. Now, unfortunately, the longer we live, the chances we getting sick is also higher. So we have to factor that in. So if you're planning for retirement and you've not prepared for potentially any kind of a medical situation or your health deteriorating and how to address that, that can definitely affect your retirement income. Inflation is definitely one of the other risk factors that we have to consider and definitely can derail your retirement income. Let's just say you start off with an income of $8,000 in retirement. That's your first year. In year number 5, at a 3% cost of living increase, inflation, that $8,000 now has to be $9,200 to be equivalent for us to buy the same amount of services and product that we had before at the beginning of the retirement. At year number 1 with $8,000. Year 10, now it's $10,600. And as you can see, going on to 30 years, that income now is equal to $19,000. So if you don't have a strategy in place to fight against inflation and have a rising income during retirement, that can be another reason that can definitely hurt during retirement and derail your retirement. Unrestrained spending is another risk that definitely can derail your retirement. When it comes to unrestrained spending, I'm referring to having access to your IRA, your 401k, any of those type of account investments that bottom line is you have access to, you can withdraw from it. Yes, you pay per se taxes on it and it's invested, but a lot of times individuals are not disciplined enough and not finding, actually there's no urgency for them to see that we should save money for later. When we retire in our early 60s, late 50s per se, we don't think that we're going to be needing that in the 80s and when we are in the 85-ish. And at that point, when we have depleted all of our savings additionally, and we only have left over some of the income, and that income per se may not even have a cost of living adjustment, and that makes the situation even worse. So having no discipline and sticking to a plan and be able to fulfill the plan and not spend more than you should is definitely something as a challenge for individual. And definitely so unrestrained spending can definitely derail your retirement. These are just 3 of some of the risks that can derail your retirement. There are a lot more than that. But definitely if these are some of the things that are at the forefront and that has spiked some interest for you to talk about with a financial advisor, I'll leave my information at the bottom of the description of the video so you can reach out to us. We'll just have a conversation, complimentary, no obligation whatsoever. Hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time.